Hi, my name is Luke Armstrong. I'm the Global Sales Director for F45 Training, and thanks for tuning in. F45 is a group fitness network from Sydney, Australia, now operating in more than 40 countries around the world. Our mantra is team training, life-changing. When we think of Sydney, Australia, most of us imagine this. There we have the Harbour Bridge, the iconic Sydney Opera House. But the origins of F45 are not quite as glamorous. Our story began 4 years ago in a dark, unused room on the first floor of an old tennis complex. The location itself presented many challenges for a startup fitness business. The building is run down, it's hard to find, and it has no passing traffic. So the challenge for us was to create a workout experience that was so engaging, so addictive, that people would go out of their way to get it. We wanted to combine all the fun and social benefits of team sports with an innovative, varied training program based on functional human movement. We knew that if we could deliver a workout that was effective but safe and complement it with an awesome customer experience that was modern, fresh, and easy to use, then our community would want to train more frequently and more consistently, and they'd get life-changing results. And it was with this belief that F45 Training was born. Essentially, the F45 workout is a 45-minute interval circuit catering to classes of 27 or more, and the workouts can be done by anyone from 16 to 60 years of age. We've designed a multitude of unique, branded training programs consisting of workouts that we assemble from a library of more than 3,500 different exercises. Each movement can be progressed or regressed, and we also incorporate heart rate training to cater to all levels of fitness. It's important to note that fitness trends are a fact of life in this industry, so we don't subscribe to one particular style of training. Instead, we draw inspiration from everywhere. This allows us to remain fluid and cater to new trends as they emerge and move away from any themes which lose popularity easily and at low cost. With that being said, we design our branded workouts to fall into 3 categories: cardio, resistance, and hybrids. Our cardio-based workouts are designed to get the heart rate up and keep it there, without relying on bulky, expensive equipment such as treadmills. Our resistance workouts use loaded compound movements to build strength and muscle. Some of these workouts rely on just body weight, while others add load using basic functional equipment such as kettlebells, sandbags, medicine balls, sleds, and rope. We created our hybrid workouts to introduce new concepts and keep things fresh. One example is quarterbacks, which was inspired by the agility and footwork drills performed by American NFL athletes, whilst pipeline delivers the balance, lateral movement, and cardio endurance characteristic of a professional surfer. It's also important to note that our programming has intentionally been designed to cater to all abilities. Here we see a man and a woman training together in our partnered resistance workout called Wingman. It's remarkable because it's unusual to see a man and a woman doing resistance training together. We make this possible because our workouts are time-based, not rep or weight-based, and the objective is always to do a certain movement at a level of intensity which is challenging for a set period of time. Each F45 workout is overseen by 2 coaches whose role it is to ensure that every member is training at a level of intensity that is slightly outside their comfort zone, but safe. Now, we live in the 21st century where technology is a core component of our lives. At F45, we've embraced this by developing a digital infrastructure which dramatically enhances the customer experience both inside and outside the gym. One of the most visible examples is our F45 TV technology, which we developed to help guide the member through their workout. At any point during the class, the customer can see exactly what exercise they should be doing and how to do it, as well as knowing exactly what stage they're at within the entire workout. F45 TVs offer the additional benefit of helping our trainers run the class efficiently with minimal distraction so that they can focus on our customers rather than the rep count or remembering the next exercise. We also encourage heart rate training through the use of our proprietary heart rate monitoring platform called F45 Lionheart. Lionheart delivers real-time feedback and also incorporates gameplay to make the workout more vivid and enjoyable for the user, regardless of their ability. And we've even built a free online nutrition portal called F45 Challenge, which provides meal plans, shopping lists, and online education to tens of thousands of fitness enthusiasts around the world. The end result is a group workout that is both effective and fun. And because our members enjoy the experience, they do it more often, and they get all the benefits that come with regular exercise and good nutrition. These results from our 8-week challenge speak for themselves, but in 2018 we were also recognised as having the most satisfied customers in the gym and fitness clubs category by Australian consumer ratings agency CanStar. Now, as any business owner will tell you, success relies on more than just selling a great product. You also need to run a business model that helps you to make a profit. In our eyes, the business models relied on by traditional gyms are outdated and risky. Those operations that require huge floor spaces, lots of expensive equipment, and an army of staff put the owners under a huge amount of financial pressure and make it harder to adapt when necessary. On the other hand, the F45 franchise business model flips a lot of these notions on their head. We don't require a lot of space. We use hardly any equipment. We're very happy to occupy unusual spaces that many gyms wouldn't even consider. And the technology we've developed helps us to streamline operations so that we only need to employ 2 staff at any one time to run the business from front to back. So the business model that we operate is ultra lean from day one, and it stays that way. To summarise, our model requires a relatively low initial investment, is simple to set up, has low running costs, doesn't rely on large amounts of working capital, generates a healthy profit margin with strong recurring income, and can be adapted to suit any market. So how much does it cost to set up? We estimate the total initial financial investment to be roughly 230 to 280,000 euros to get the doors open and fund the business for the first few months of operation. This figure is further broken down as follows. Our franchise fee is 45,000 euros, which buys you the exclusive rights to operate an F45 franchise in your territory. The F45 World Pack costs 75,000 euros and contains all of the equipment necessary to run our programs, as well as key components of the premises fit out, such as flooring and the F45 Technology Pack. A suitable commercial premises will usually need to be leased, and most landlords will demand between 3 and 6 months rent as a deposit. I estimate this at approximately 20,000 euros. The costs of construction can vary widely, but I estimate that you'll need to budget between 50 and 100,000 euros to transform your space into a fully functional F45 training facility. Lastly, around 30,000 euros in working capital will normally be sufficient to cover additional setup costs and fund the business during the first few months of operation. Once the business is open for trading, the monthly running costs are largely fixed due to the very few variable costs in our business model. The monthly value of these overheads will fall somewhere between 14 and 25,000 euros per month, largely depending on the amount of rent being paid. This figure is further broken down as follows. Rent is estimated to cost between 3,000 to 8,000 euros per month, depending on the type of property and its location. As a general rule, you're more likely to incur higher costs in metropolitan areas where demand for commercial space is higher. You'll also pay more for ground floor retail style property than you will for other types of property. Wages are likely to come in at between 5 to 9,000 euros per month. This assumes 2 trainers are working in the business at any one time, regardless of whether they're employees or owner-operators who need to pay themselves. The terms of employment are left to the franchisees to negotiate directly with the trainers and are subject to the relevant employment laws. There's a fixed monthly franchise fee payable to F45 of 2,200 euros, which covers the ongoing support relating to workout programming and the general business system. To help franchisees on their way to being operational, F45 waives this monthly fee for the first 4 months after your purchase. A well-run studio should budget roughly 1,000 euros a month for local area marketing, which is performed by the franchisees themselves. As a side note, head office does conduct marketing, but it's not directed towards studios locally. It's generally aimed at raising brand awareness. I'll have more to say on that later. Utilities, things like water and electricity, should run at about 1,000 euros a month, and will budget about 500 euros for non-recurring miscellaneous items such as repairs or office supplies. Adding a sales tax of between 1,000 and 2,500 euros to these items, and our total monthly running costs ranges between 14 to 25,000 euros. Another way of looking at this is that we need to generate revenues of 14 to 25,000 euros a month to cover our expenses before we start making a profit. While that might seem daunting at first, the silver lining is that once we hit our magic break-even membership number, that is the number of members we need to break even each month, every additional member is pure profit. Of course, all of this relies on attracting potential clients and converting them into members. So how do we do that? Well, the good news is that we don't necessarily expect our franchisees to have years of experience in sales and marketing. Over time, we've developed a tried and tested formula for attracting our target audience and converting them into members. Essentially, there are two strategies our franchisees use to reach their target audience in the local community: social media and referrals. We use social media to advertise to our target market with laser precision. We also use these platforms to share great content that attracts potential clients and nurture any followers who aren't members but are thinking about joining. Referral leads are generated often via word of mouth by existing clients and local influencers who train at F45, and also businesses or other communities which your target customers are associated with. Examples might be sporting clubs, parent groups, or even the local Chamber of Commerce. In addition to the local area marketing performed by franchisees, F45 head office also undertakes marketing initiatives aimed at increasing awareness amongst the community in general. The F45 Playoffs is our competitive fitness event, which puts our brand and training system on display amongst the local community and never fails to draw a crowd. F45 Track is our free outdoor boot camp initiative, which gives everyone in the community a chance to experience F45 firsthand at no cost. We also participate in fitness festivals and work with celebrities and professional athletes, many of whom are also franchisees themselves. And we form alliances with strategic partners such as the American NBA. By developing a brand with a distinct identity and seeking ways to leverage it selectively, we're evolving F45 to be more than just a fitness program. It's become a global culture that touches everything from fashion and music to nutrition and competition. The end result is a highly effective online and offline marketing program conducted among the local community and the public at large that results in a significant proportion of your target customers becoming aware of F45 operating in their local area and registering their interest. Once the doors are open, a well-run F45 franchise is breaking even by its third month, and the initial investment should be repaid in just a year and a half. As a result, our network has seen incredible growth in unit sales around the world. For the sake of comparison, let's compare this to the first 4 years of CrossFit's life. So in 4 years, we've grown to a network of 1,100 outlets, and we're now operational in nearly 40 countries. And the ultimate testament to the F45 franchise model's success is the fact that 40% of our franchisees now own more than one F45 franchise. Now that we've covered the fitness system and business model in some detail, I'll discuss how we proceed from here if this sounds like an opportunity you'd like to pursue further. Broadly speaking, there are 3 phases you'll go through from the moment you first inquire to the day you open. The initial discovery phase is most likely where you are right now. Here you're getting a good basic understanding of the franchise opportunity and what's required on your part to take advantage of it. Over the next couple of weeks, you should have formed a view as to whether this is an opportunity you want to pursue or not. The next phase, due diligence, involves a deeper analysis of the business system and kicks off with you reserving one of our available franchise territories by completing our territory reservation form. By reserving a territory, you're securing that area for a 2-week period and will then issue with our franchise agreement for a detailed review. During this period, you'll continue to liaise with me as you cover off remaining gaps in your knowledge, but you'll also likely call on your accountant, solicitor and lender for independent advice and to formulate a business plan. So you should turn to them as early in this phase as possible to ensure they get back to you prior to expiry of the reservation period. As we near the end of your reservation period, you should have all the information you need about the franchise to make an informed decision as to whether you'll proceed or not. I need to point out that there is no expectation you'll have secured a commercial premises at this point. Securing the right location may take weeks or even months, and we've addressed this in our commercial terms. Once again, the purpose of the reservation period is to get a more detailed understanding of the opportunity to enable you to make an informed decision as to whether you'll proceed or not. If you decide not to proceed for whatever reason, we'll simply lift the reservation and refund the reservation deposit. If you do decide to proceed, then you'll start the onboarding phase by signing the franchise agreement and paying the establishment fee to secure the territory. Shortly after settlement, you'll attend a 5-day induction for new franchisees, where you'll be equipped with the knowledge and the resources required to launch and operate your F45 franchise successfully. With induction out of the way, you'll now focus all of your efforts on securing a property, which can take some time and persistence, but it's definitely a challenge you can overcome. In fact, there's a lot about our business model and property requirements that work in our favour when we're hunting for sites. Generally speaking, we need a minimum dedicated training area of 150 square metres or 1,700 square feet. Ideally, we're looking for around 200 to 250 square metres of rectangular, open plan space that provides enough room for change facilities and a modest waiting area, as well as the workout area. Crucially, we don't rely on the large and expensive shopfront locations in the same way that a lot of traditional gyms do. This is because F45 has a strong point of difference, and as we just learned, community awareness is generated via social media and word of mouth, rather than expensive, highly visible real estate. The benefits of this strategy is that the types of spaces we typically occupy tend to be inexpensive concrete shells with a good-sized open floor plan. Basements, warehouses, even unused office space can all be adapted to accommodate an F45 training studio as long as they're both accessible and functional. As soon as you've secured your location, you'll kick off your pre-open marketing campaign and commence works to transform it into an F45 training studio. The franchisee will be expected to oversee the refurbishment, which will be done to head office's specifications. All of this will culminate with a grand opening day, where you'll officially open the doors to the public for the first time and put your studio on display. A successful launch should be well attended and supported, with plenty of coverage before and after on social media to ensure maximum exposure. In practice, it seems to take franchisees between 5 and 7 months to get operational, which makes a strong case for taking action right now. So that's it from me for now. I hope this is giving you a good general overview of the F45 franchise opportunity in the UK. If you have further questions, you can email me at the address below. Alternatively, to begin the process of reserving a territory, feel free to survey our map of available areas and reserve one by clicking either of the links appearing right now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.